Hey, you guys, welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your girl, Nikki, and today I'm bringing opportunities for advertisement on my channel. If anyone is interested, they can email us at naughtylove2020@gmail.com. Our prices are affordable and reasonable, and please reach out to us. We can start our videos with any commercials that you would like us to advertise. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm out. One. Good morning, Naughty Crew. Welcome back to my channel, Naughty Love Movement. It's your host, Nikki, bringing you the latest. Nikki or Naughty, whatever you prefer. Bring you the latest and trending topics, and I vlog my life. I appreciate everybody joining me this morning. I hope everyone's having a beautiful, beautiful start to the day. Some of you may be off. It is President's Day. I wish I was off. You know, in my field, we're never off. I'm in pharmaceutical. We're never off. But yes, thank you for joining me. So please, as you're loading up in the room, please make sure you're hitting that like button. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and share my content on your different social media platforms or however you like to share. It doesn't matter. Just share. Sharing is caring, and leave comments. Just interact with the channel. Even the people in the bushes. Hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs down. It does not matter. Please also follow me on my different social media platforms, which are scrolling across on the ticker below. All right. And subscribe to my backup channel. Okay. We're trying to get some action over there. We're trying to get monetized. Naughty Crew Live podcast. All right. We're gonna think that channel is going to be more focused on music and critiquing new music and things like that. And I believe what I'm going to do is just start off like going live every Friday over there because a lot of new music drops on Friday. Excuse me. I'm just trying to get my stuff together. So I hope you all are doing well. I'm going to go ahead and drop this intro, give people a chance to load up in the room. Thumbs up this video. Yes, thank y'all all for joining. Have a great show lined up for you guys today. The first thing I want to touch on is AT2 and Coutour Bay's interview last night. Also, we got Tiffany Red calling out Beyoncé. For those of you who don't know, Tiffany Red was or is still friends to Cassie, and she gave an interview, detailing what she had witnessed with her and Diddy, the abuses and things like that. Then we're going to get into Monique addressing her son. Monique was in Newark this weekend, my hood. Yeah, she was in the hood. Monique was in the hood. We're going to get into her addressing her son's videos. Sometimes you gotta meet people where they are, and just understand. I just hope Shalon does not respond. Don't respond. Just leave her where she is. And also we're gonna get into the People Choice Awards that was last night. We'll get into a few highlights. And then we're going to touch on Beyonce a little bit. With the country music, we got Shay Shay speaking out regarding her doing country music. All right. So I appreciate you all joining. All right. First thing I want to get into is the AT2 and Couture Bay interview. Shout out to the both of them, definitely. Because the two of them definitely
Ever in life, I stand on business. You drop me somewhere, I stand on business. You drop me.
they stood on business. Shout out to the two of them. And Couture Bree, you did an excellent, excellent interview. I loved your questions, number one. And with the questions she was asking, I learned a little bit more about AT2 and his history with YouTube. I knew brief snippets about it. Because when I came on YouTube, I was introduced to AT2 on Sherelle's World panel. And then, that's when I started to learn about his channel and everything. So AT2, I always back him. And I just hate when people try to come for his neck. Like, it's ridiculous. Making up lies and trying to start rumors and stuff like that. It just goes to show how shady YouTube is. But yeah, I learned a lot about who influenced him and his style, which I thought was great. And AT2, now I figured out like why he calls himself the Godfather of YouTube. He is definitely influential. I know he has influenced me. I get a lot of tips and tricks. And one thing I like about AT2, he's very informational and he's not shy about sharing little things when it comes to operating in these YouTube streets and how to deal with YouTube and he's had a journey, boy. I mean, I remember when me and him had his training session. He's so humble. He didn't even want to tell me like he had lost his monetization and everything or whatever, but he fought and got it back. And I just think this is AT2 and Couture Bay's season. So I was really happy to see them collab. And Couture was very professional. And there was some sabotage in the chat, I felt like, and I just thought it was real corny, to be quite honest. To bring the auntie in there to try to sabotage, but you know what? It didn't take away from anything, and AT2 has a great sense of humor. But he stood on business. He stood his ground and things like that. And I just feel like AT2's got some stalkers. Hmm He's got some stalkers. But overall, it was a great interview. So please go over to Couture Bay's channel and check out the interview. It was really, really good. Couture Bay is really good at pivoting around conflict. And I'm trying to like work on that for myself, being a new content creator and things like that. Like, but that's one thing about YouTube. Like, people need to understand, like, we all influence each other. We all can learn together. But the main thing, I love that she tried to foster bringing in a relationship and not promoting the divide. And she's just like, because it was being commanded in the chat, like, oh, drop the link so that I could come up so that y'all can make it a show. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, that was not the purpose. The goal is for everyone to get to know AT2. AT2 addressed a lot of the beef he has had, the history of his beef. One thing I learned, he feels like beefing kind of gets your name out there. And I say kudos to you, AT2, because I ain't got the time or the energy. Hey, Lady Mahogany, thank you for joining. Yes, it was an awesome interview, and talk about being tested, right, Lady Mahogany? But I felt like it was handled well. And AT2, I think it's a lot of people jealous, like, of your success and things like that. That's why people be trying to come for you. But people need to understand, like, AT2 not no punk. He is not no punk at all. But overall, I think Couture Bay did a great, great job. Loved her questions. She started out with asking him his top 5 influencers and things like that. People I've never even heard of on these YouTube streets. Yeah, but you know what? They maintain control of that situation. I thought it was smart not to drop the link because I felt like people were trying to push their own agenda and sabotage AT2. So shout out to Coutour for having his back completely. But go over to their channel. I don't want to give too much away. I just wanted to give those two their flowers. And I really learned a lot. It was very informational. It definitely was, and you really got to know a lot about AT2. Another new content creator, I want to really, really give her flowers. Melanie Jones, go check her out. Melanie Says So. I love her channel, and I was on her chat this past weekend, and she packed Jag and Messy Moves, whatever she is, up. Okay, like people really, we are stronger together, and I'm just so sick of the divide on YouTube. There's enough for all of us to go around. And the first thing people do is attack your looks and things and make up lies on you because they really, really don't even know you. Yes, it's really, really good. And then Catch AT2, he came on after just to kind of do like a post show. But I think they all did a really, really good job. Hey Melanie. Thank you so much, Melanie. I appreciate you. This is her channel. She did a really, really, really good job of packing Jag up. I was on the floor, girl. You did that. And packing Messy Miz. But you know what? They started with her first and she finished it. Period. And she left it on the floor. Okay. So shout out to her. She's a new content creator. She's up and coming. She just reached her 500 subs. So I want to be a part of her journey. Seriously. You also gave me some good music, child. Yeah, yeah. What's that song? Computers. Yes, girl. I was like, I downloaded that right away because I was in my car bopping afterwards. But I felt good for you. Like she ain't no punk. And that's my East Coast sister and Brooklyn females. Let me tell y'all something about Brooklyn females. Okay.
Ever in life, I stand on business. You drop me somewhere, I stand on business.
Stand on business. Now, I've seen when she packed Jag up on AT2's backup channel, AT2 Entertainment, and I fell in love with her then. But we also was on one of AT2 panels together when the whole Diddy debacle was going down. So I had garnered a respect for her at that point in time anyway. So for her to come out with a channel, I was immediately of support of the queen. And y'all know I'm not no hater. Like Sharon is caring, and I want to see all my beautiful queens blow up. She's very intelligent, she's articulate, but she's funny as hell, and I love it. I see AT2 in a different light too. You got it, queen. You got it. I get credit where credit is due. Yes, please go subscribe to Melanie Jones. Let's get her to 1K subs. Go subscribe to Couture Pay. She's on her path to 10K subs. You did that, sis. Ain't no try. Messy Medusa Miz, the one that's always messing with AT2. She's so messy. She's an agent of chaos. All of them are agents of chaos. Good morning, Durags. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I try to support other content creators. And I just don't even be down with the mess. But if you come for me, girl, I'm ready for you. I don't even care. It's just not even necessary. But I stay in my lane. I support who I'm gonna support. Good morning, Juby Buggin. I want to support. Ain't nobody want to sway me. 10 toes down. Like, ain't nobody want to sway me. Or whatever. And hey, Miss Brenda, good afternoon. And we international over here at the Naughty Crew, okay? Miss Brenda from London. And let me shout out my other London chick, Gina, another beautiful queen, okay? I got my channel and I did my channel the old fashioned way. We're growing over here every single week, every day. So I appreciate all of y'all supporting me. I wouldn't be able to do it without y'all support. So I just stay humble in that. and not let it get to my head. And that's the way I stay grounded. But we growing every day. Like we had a panel yesterday morning. Somebody tried it, and I didn't even get a chance to even speak up. Curves and Coutour Bay, and everybody was like windmilling. Like, okay, my girls got my back. Thank you so much, Miss Brenda. Miss Brenda, me and her go back to Perry Sanders' panel. That's how we met. Shay B too. No, I love Mims. I love Mims. Yes. Miss Brenda has been with me from day one. And I appreciate y'all supporting me through the good, the bad, the ups, the downs, because YouTube, child, it'll take you on an emotional roller coaster. Yes, help for Barry Sanders. That's right. We used to have a good time over there on his platform, chopping it up. Okay. All right. So who I want to start with? Which agent of chaos I want to start with? Let's start with Monique because she was in my hood. Okay, she was in Newark on a I guess on a Cat Williams comedy tour, and she addressed her son. Mo. Hey, good morning, Kim Delivers, another great content creator. She got her channel started. Yes, a lot of us met on Perry panel, just chopping it up, cutting it up. All right, so Monique addressed her son. I'm gonna play the clip and then we'll get into the commentary. I just hope Shalon does not respond to her. And to me, the only thing she's doing is proving her son right. Hey, Marcella, that's the only thing she's doing is proving her son right. So let's hear what Momo got to say. Okay, here we go.
So instead of calling her son to try to set up some type of therapy sessions or try to work things out with her son, she has decided to scurry her ass on stage and talk about him in this fictitious ass story. Now, I know Monique has said that her persona on stage is not her, but baby, this right here, this is all her. Y'all watch this. I'll see you on the other side.
I'm taking that shit in stride, and I'm walking through the motherfucking North Airport, and this elderly woman comes up to me. She said, Monique. I said, ma'am. Because I'm a respectful baby. I'm a respect this. She old. She said, let me talk to you for a minute. So I had prepared myself for this old woman to tell me how fucked up I was. I prepared myself to be respectful, but to check if I had to. I prepared myself to listen. She said, listen, my grandbaby called me and told me to watch this goddamn TikTok of your son. And I watched that shit. I said, yes, ma'am. She said, I want to tell you something. I said, ma'am. She said, fuck that nigga. And when the elderly people tell you, fuck that nigga, you ain't fuck that nigga. She said, you've been taking care of that all his motherfucking life. She said, Monique, I'm 80 years old, and I got a son 60 years old. And every time that don't get what he wants, he still tell me how fucked up I was when he was 10 years old. That
Players, this is just straight up sad. It ain't no other word to describe what Monique just did than being sad. I have absolutely no words, but this is the way she has chosen to handle this situation. This is her way of letting the situation play out. I declare, honey, it's a disgrace. I wish Shalon nothing but.
Sometimes you gotta meet people where they at. Sometimes you gotta meet people where they at, and you gotta face the fact that you just never gonna get what you expect, and what you need from a person. And that's how I stopped having expectations um of people. Because you just cannot expect them to respond the way you think. But I don't feel like Shalom came off as ungrateful.
But I ain't no business gonna back up from a motherfucking problem. I'm gonna walk straight to that motherfucker and I'm gonna deal with that shit. So today I'm coming to the airport in Newark, New Jersey. It's the realest niggas I've ever met from Newark, New Jersey. I'm coming to that motherfucking airport in stride. And I'm walking through the motherfucking Newark airport and this elderly woman comes up to me. She said, Monique. I said, ma'am. Because I'm a respectful bitch, baby. I'm a respect this bitch. She old. She said, let me talk to her bitch. So I had prepared myself for this old woman to tell me how fucked up I was. I prepared myself to be respectful, but to check a bitch if I had to. I prepared myself to listen. She said, listen. My grandbaby called me and told me to watch this goddamn TikTok of your son. And I watched that shit. In stride. And I'm walking through the motherfucking Newark airport and this elderly woman comes up to me. She said, Monique. I said, ma'am. Because I'm a respectful bitch, baby. I'm a respect this bitch. She old. She said, let me talk to you for a minute. So I had prepared myself for this old woman to tell me how fucked up I was. I said, yes, ma'am. She said, I want to tell you something. I said, ma'am. She said, fuck that nigga. I said, oh, bitch, fuck that nigga. And when the elderly people tell you, fuck that nigga, you ain't fuck that nigga. She said, you been taking care of that nigga all his motherfucking life. She said, Monique, I'm 80 years old, and I got a son 60 years old. And every time that nigga don't get what he want, he still tell me how fucked up I was when he was 10 years old. Fuck that nigga. Fuck them kids, bitch. Word. I said, yes, ma'am.
We are separate, as she put it, because she doesn't care to be my mother any more than I care to be her son. Neither one of us.
And you know what? I think it's just best to leave it there. Like, just understand that you're never going to see eye to eye. She can't make up for the past. And if she's not willing to work for the future, you got to leave people where they at. He's grown. He started his own family now. And I just pray for peace for both of them at the end of the day. As long as they can sleep at night, and hopefully he can change the dynamic by being the ideal parent to his daughter. But to me, she just proven everything he said right. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Look, this one, and do I already know your position when it comes to that situation. Deshaun says everybody says F those kids until someone actually says F those kids. Do Rat said he want to say. Okay, Kim Deliver says, I get it, Durag. I plan on doing a show on when is enough enough to walk away from your loved ones. Yeah. And at what point, like, do the kids, like, it's not fair for the kids to constantly keep bringing up, especially when you've been working to do better. You're not going to hold me hostage for all my mistakes. There's no perfect parent out there. Yes, exactly. And somebody has to stop the back and forth cycle at this point. Okay. And I just hope Monique just leaves it alone. And ideally, right? In an ideal world, all of us feel like she should have just called her son. Like I would have called my daughter in that situation and figured out how do we move forward. But maybe she's just like done. Wow. So Do-Rag said, I haven't spoken to my daughter in 3 years. She's disrespectful to me and then has the nerve to ask her grandmother to call me and ask me for money for a car. I said no. My daughter went on Facebook and bashed me. And that's the thing. Like, these kids using social media to try to exploit or expose, like, it's whack. Because, when I see that, it's always her side, the parent side, then it's the actual truth that falls in the middle. And I'm just tired of people trying to use social media as a therapy tool. It's the selective outrage for me. Because if we as the parents bring up all their mistakes they made, we're horrible. And Marcella says, I've gone through this about I need to give them my hard earned money. No, I'm all about boundaries. You ain't get my money and you disrespected me too. I want out of the group chat too, Deshaun. I want him to take us out of the chat and her to tell jokes. Ooh. Exactly. Does she have any material outside of this drama? Yeah, you were a good dad. Like, dude, I raised all his kids. Exactly. Exactly. So those are my thoughts on that. Like, to be quite honest, I want out of the group chat. I want out of the group chat, and I don't think this is gonna make anything better between her and her son. Um, it's just gonna add fuel to the fire. All right. Woo! So for the umpteenth time, they are accusing Natalie Nunn, the creators of the baddies. Well, I wouldn't call her the creator. She just stole the Bad Girl Club blueprint and changed the name. And yeah, Natalie Nunn ain't shit. She ain't shit type person. Period. Yes, it is what it is. Right, you got it. You got it. So it's a man out here, another man out here talking about Natalie Nunn is cheating on her husband once again. Okay. That's Natalie's husband. This guy. He don't even look like Natalie type because she like them pretty high yellow boys. Okay. But barbershop talk. Here we go. Shout out to the neighborhood talks for this one.
Peso. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Peso.
Shout out to Peso.
That's my man. He came around me. He used the Fabio card. He's fucking Natalie Nunn right now. Knocking her head. Knocking her head like a clumsy nigga. She flying him all over the world. You know what I'm saying? Spending money, going viral. Taking him up. Dubai. Boy, I don't even think he ever been in Dubai. That's my bro. If she going viral, why not? Niggas, and this is what niggas is doing. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is fun with that bag. Certain niggas don't. Certain niggas do. But a lot of the ones who do blame you for they fuck ups. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you my son Peso that call.
Savage.
Louis Peso. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Peso.
Shout out to Peso.
That's my man. He came around me. He used the Fabio card. He's fucking Natalie Nunn right now. Knocking her head.
Look, let me tell you, it's been rumors that she is sleeping with Lemmy, like she's like his bottom or whatever. And I'm not surprised. Zeus Network is a whole prostitution ring, okay? Period. But Natalie has responded. Let's see what her gaslighting response is. Of course, she's going to deny it. But your name, look, where there's smoke, there's fire, and your name wouldn't be out here in these streets if you wasn't doing nothing, Natalie. This has been rumored for years. From the beginning of Zeus Network that she's been sleeping away. And she strikes me as the type of person, she will sleep with anyone for $1 or to get ahead, clout chase. So this is what she responds. She's like, now, if we're going to be a bunch of females, at least tell the whole story. Because I usually don't do no talking, but we're not going to sit up here and lie on my name in no interview. I don't, Natalie, this is not the first one. So I dropped a single, Outside Remix, with Beat King. I was looking for someone to join my team to help with all my bookings and be on the road manager because now I'm performing my song on the road. Your boy, I'm flying out everywhere with someone who worked on your team with you. It's slow over there. So he came over to work with the baddest. I wouldn't call it all of that. I did not meet him through you. I'm not sleeping with him, and you sound big mad. If you wanted a feature with me, that's all you had to say. Because you sound big mad. Your boy joined the winning team, and we running up a serious bag. Now, can you men in the industry stop being females? Because y'all really getting out beat by every single female in all categories. I think I need to cast him for baddies. You would make a great cast member. Keep my name out your mouth. I'm not one to be played with. Whatever, Natalie. You a whole punk. She a whole punk. She a whole punk. This my thing. A hit dog will holler, right? So if it's not no truth to it, I'm not responding. I'm not explaining anything. And just the fact that y'all work together, that puts y'all in enough proximity where it can happen. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If it wasn't no truth to it, why respond? She never responded about the Lemmy rumors, so why this one? So to me, I'm inclined to believe that there's some truth to it. And it's just like, girl, put your cootie cat away. Put your cootie cat away. Stop leading with the cootie cat. And we know what all going on in the bar. Stop it, girl. There's been plenty of interviews about what happens in the bar. All right, so yesterday we went over Simon Gabadia being denied citizenship into the United States. Shut up, dude, Rags. The pH balance is off. That's what happens when you got multiple partners. And word on the curve is the husband play for the other team sometimes. I'm just saying that's where am I being? That's allegedly. Allegedly. I'm just saying. So yesterday we went over the story about Simon Guobadia, Portia's husband, being denied citizenship, which I don't even think is a big deal now that I thought about it because we letting all these immigrants in. So he's not getting kicked out. He's not getting kicked out the country. I mean, period. So Fallon responded, "Don't at me, girl. Bye. Sit down, Fallon." They've been divorced. This was his wife that Portia stole her husband from. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 But we found out he's a whole scammer. It is what it is. Like I said, they not gonna put him out because we had a free for all with letting immigrants in the country. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hide your kids, watch your back. Shay be like, I'm sensitive to smell. Boom. So we have been talking about the whole Larry Reid situation and him being exposed his scorned lover has come out and exposed everything. The first lover came out on the official campaign's platform, and he came with receipts and all. Well, Lester is coming back with a vengeance. You want to know why? And I just know this is going to put it out the water. He is now sitting down with Tasha K. It's going down. It's going down. Interview coming soon. Larry Reid's lover sits down with Tasha K to expose where the church's money goes. And if you guys don't know the history, Tasha K interviewed Levante, who said that Larry Reid violated him as a child and stuff like that. So this is gonna make her blow up. Yeah, this is going to go crazy. This is gonna go crazy. And I've seen Larry respond to Buddha, Vincent, whatever you want to call him. He's still trying to act like he a straight man. And I'm like, who you think you fooling? Who you think you fooling, Larry? It is what it is. You could keep pretending. You could, if that's what makes you sleep at night, keep on pretending. All right, we got Shay Shay out here speaking on Beyonce and country music. Let's hear what his thoughts are.
She made a country song. She made a country album, but based on it being Beyonce, they're not going to see it as that. They're going to see it as the original genre of music because it's Beyonce.
Ain't nobody surprised by this.
This has been going on for so long, for decades and centuries.
I remember when they wouldn't play MTV. MT did the same thing to a lot of black artists. Played them at 10, 11 o'clock, midnight, when they know ain't nobody else watching that, but wouldn't play them in the peak hours.
Yeah.
And radio stations have been doing this for the longest time. I'm not surprised by this, even that is Beyonce, because Beyonce, she's not our complexion, but she is our race. Man, look at how much they play Ice Ice Baby. Bro, you can't play a song 4 or 5 times in an hour. I understand it's a rotation, but damn.
She made a country
radio station in Oklahoma claiming they did not know Beyonce came out with 2 country singles. KYKC, the station in Alda, Oklahoma, received a request from listeners to play Beyonce's new single. It's called Texas Hold'em, and responded to the request by saying, quote, "We do not play Beyonce. We are a country music station," end quote. However, they're now saying the entire situation was blown out of proportion and they did not know Beyonce's new single was a country song. Radio station in Oklahoma claiming
that I call cap on that. I definitely
the lefties in the entertainment industry just won't leave any area alone, right? They just have to seize control over every aspect, don't they?
They've got to make their mark, just like a dog in a dog walk park. You know, every dog.
I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't like how he compared a dog and a dog. I don't like him. That's the guy from Dukes of Hazzard and the has and the have not. He's a piece of shit. But Shay and Ojo Cinco are right. You know, it was a lot of discrimination back in the day with MTV. They wouldn't even play our music. It took them for so long to even acknowledge us. And I'm super excited about what Beyonce's trying to do. She's trying to reclaim all the genres that were stolen from us. So I wish her the best on the journey. And it seems that there's more people supporting her than not. And the haters are just gonna hate. You already know. All right, but up next, we got Tiffany Red out here. Putting Beyonce on blast. I'm just like, I'm gonna let y'all hear what she has to say. I'm a firm believer on letting people fight their own battles. I really am. Shout out to AT2 and Coutour Bay. They played it on their channel yesterday. But let me see, because in the beginning she's playing music, so I gotta let it play a little bit. All right. Now I first became aware to her when she came and spoke out about the whole Kathy and Diddy situation. And she was on the news and things like that. But she is a songwriter to a lot of stars.
Did some commentary on the conversation around Beyoncé and album of the year. And so I just want to clear some things up real quick. So my name is Tiffany Red. I am a songwriter, a Grammy-winning songwriter. I have been writing songs for 17 years. I've been in the music industry my entire adult life. I'm the founder of the 100%ers. I run a nonprofit, and all I do is advocate for the compensation of songwriters. Why? Because I was a songwriter and I walked away from the music business because of the things that I speak about. So I have extensive experience. Almost all of my friends are in the music industry and write for your favorite artists like a Beyoncé. So I'm not up on the internet just talking shit and making things up. I'm not stupid. I ain't trying to get sued. That's called defamation. I am not defaming anybody. I am coming to y'all with things that I can back up. I don't never get on this platform and talk about shit I don't know. I be having, you see this thing? I am organized, honey. Okay. Y'all might not think that because you watch me on the internet and you don't know me like that for real. You only know the front facing Tiffany Red, but I got a brain. Okay. Secondly, almost every artist that I have ever written for has gotten publishing on the record. Almost every record that I have done, I have written when the artist was not in the room. I'll go through my own songs. Replay. Zendaya got 10% of the publishing, I think. She did not write on the song. She didn't. That song was written at a Rihanna song camp. It was on hold for Rihanna. Then it was on hold for Rita Ora. Famous came to me and said, yo, Tiff, there's this artist named Zendaya. We should cut Replay on her. So Zendaya got publishing and writer credit. She did not write on Replay. King by Tamar Braxton. I wrote and produced that song. I wrote that song for myself as an artist. In my living room. Tamar got, I don't know what she ended up getting. I think I own like 85% of that song. But I should own all of it because I did all of it. She didn't write shit. Seven Streeter, who's a songwriter. This one really hurt my heart. Seven Streeter, Just Being Honest. Me and Mansour did that song. It was originally called Bitch. I wrote that song by myself. I'm not even really a big co-writer like that. I prefer writing songs by myself because I don't know. I just prefer to write like that. So I have a lot of records that I have placed that either have one co-writer on or that I've written solo dolo, right? Seven ended up with 10% of that record. I fought like hell for her to not have any of the publishing because she didn't write anything on it. Publishing is my only source of income. And by the way, none of the artists that I've mentioned have a career anything close to in music Beyoncé. None of them do. But the reason why I'm bringing up my experience with every artist or almost every artist that I've worked with that has taken publishing that they did not earn on the songs that I wrote for them is because there is a precedent that's set. The reason why I called out Beyoncé is because Beyoncé is the Michael Jackson of our generation. And so if there's anybody that could reshape the precedent, if there's anybody that could influenced the industry, that had the power and the money and the cultural like thing to say, you know what, y'all, you're right. These songwriters have been out here. We've been in the street, literally. I have been in the street in front of Spotify. I've been in front of Universal. I have sat and I have talked to all y'all publishers. I talked to y'all publishers. I talked to the DSPs. I talked to the copyright royalty, the U.S. Copyright Office. I talked to NMPA. I talked to RIAA. I talked to SONA. I talked to NSAI. I talked to all of them. And guess what? Y'all are still broke. Okay? That's the fucking truth, right? Okay? So the people that are like, oh, this is not true. I had somebody call it propaganda yesterday. It's not fucking propaganda. The reality is there is no A-list artist, B-list artist, or C-list artist that's not taking publishing, because that is the way the music industry works. And to deny that is delusional. And what I will not allow is for anybody to make me feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone, because I know I'm not in the Twilight Zone. I can pull up my records. I talked to somebody yesterday, somebody's a manager of somebody who is a writer and producer on Renaissance, okay? The record is one of y'all faves. The song was written 6 years before it got to Beyoncé. She got 25% of the song. I've talked to another writer who wrote and sang on one of your favorite songs. Credit not right, all kind of shit fucked up. His business still isn't handled. Beyonce was on tour last year with that record, with that person's vocals, all that. I'm not crazy. And here's the thing. The reason why people who work for Beyonce don't talk is because they're all on NDAs. Because that's also how she works. She silences people so that nobody can speak. I'm not a writer that's written for Beyonce. I haven't shot my shot at Beyonce because I'm not willing to give her any publishing. Not because I haven't had the opportunity. I've had the opportunity to work with everybody. And I've turned down a lot of stuff because I'm not willing to play these games. There's a massive power dynamic happening. Please don't act like it's easy to negotiate with Beyonce and her team, because it is not. If that was the case, there would not be so many people coming to me like, Tiff, this is how much was taken. Shit is not negotiable. It's not. These are the terms, which means, okay, cool, then we work for you, Beyonce. So that means you're an employer. But either way, to imply that the artists do not have to be responsible for the business practices that they exercise with songwriters, to insinuate that the only way you are treated fairly is if you are managed by one of the gatekeepers is bullshit. It's bullshit. You shouldn't have to be in company with a gatekeeper to be treated fairly. You should not have to have a gatekeeper on your team to make a livable wage off of music that is making people billionaires. Them Grammys don't pay the bills. Those plaques do not pay the bills. There are people with Grammys and plaques who can't pay their rent. I know people who are super accredited, broke. It means nothing. Trust me, I know. I remember having a conversation with a writer who wrote on, what was the record Beyonce did after or before Renaissance? I can't remember, whatever the record was. I remember talking to one of the writers and talking to them about how much of the publishing she was taking. And this writer was like, look, Tiff, I don't want no smoke with me. Like, I just let her take the publishing. That's bullshit. All of these writers that you guys see celebrating in the studio with these artists posted up in pictures like, yeah, everything is all good. Those writers are being exploited. Those writers' time is not paid for. Their services are not paid for. Their contribution to the sound recording is not paid for. Their first use of the copyright is not paid for. Their fucking parking is not paid for. Their fucking lunch is not paid for. That's the truth. The truth is that we work in an industry that proclaims it makes billions of dollars, but can't even buy you fucking lunch. But I'm tripping. But I'm tripping. No, they're tripping. And you're tripping if you with them. There's people that are like, then nobody had no gun in your head. The gun to your head is the power dynamic. Think critically, y'all. The gun to your head is the power dynamic. The gun to your head is your livelihood. The gun to your head is being excluded and ostracized and retaliated against for even trying. That's the gun to your head. They don't need to put a gun to your head anymore because they control everything. That's the gun. You being silenced, that's the gun. And you know, the thing that burns me up the most about Beyonce, and this is why I'm speaking about her specifically, is because Beyonce is Queen Bee. Beyonce is a Black artist. Beyonce represents Black excellence. Beyonce's team, like the people who work with her, these writers that I'm talking about that are exploited, they're us. You know what? It's so funny because when I think about my own career and all the people that have fucked me over, it's been my own people. Because those are the opportunities I had to work with my people. And this business is a racist business. So if you're Black, you're usually put in R&B and hip hop with artists that are Black, creatives that are Black, executives that are Black. And you know what your people do to you? The same thing that white people do to you. And we pedestal them like goals. That is not fucking goals. Capitalism is not goals. That shit is not cute. Capitalism is rooted in chattel slavery. That's the foundation of capitalism. To be a billionaire, you have to exploit labor. That is not the shit. It's fucking disgusting, is what it is. My comments about Beyonce not winning Album of the Year and me saying, you know what, maybe karmically it's not coming to you because of the way that you're doing creatives, I meant that with everything in me. I hear the racial discussion and all the things, and I think that that has its place. But this has its place too. It does. And they all can exist. Beyonce could absolutely reform her business practices. Beyonce could absolutely reform Parkwood's business practices. It's a decision. It's a fucking choice. It's a choice to take 25% of publishing that you didn't earn. That's wage theft. That's what that is. That's bullying. That's abuse of power. That is the power dynamic. That's the gun. People out here think they're going to lose their opportunities, lose their jobs, lose their relationships, lose everything trying to negotiate. And y'all fucking know that shit. And to act like that's not the case is so, like, for me, like, that's the shit that gets me riled up. Like, people are always like, oh my God, why are you not scared? Because I'm fucking mad. What you're not going to do is try to make me feel crazy because I know I'm not crazy. I'm a songwriter. I have lived this. My friends around me live this still. I hate it for them. there are artists that are A-list artists that could lead the charge here too. I'm not saying wait on Beyonce. I'm not. But I am going to say what I need to say about it, because for the last almost 4 years now, I have had so many writers come to me about her specifically. And I also want y'all to know that, like, I'm not the kind of person that comes to the internet first. I come to the internet last. I come to the internet at the end when I've tried everything else I could try. So trust and believe on the back end, I've been doing a lot when it comes to this conversation and who I'm having conversations with and how and all the things. So I've been doing what I'm supposed to do. And nothing has gotten done. People splits still aren't done. People still aren't getting paid. People still aren't being seen. People still aren't being heard. People are still being silenced. People are still under NDAs and some more shit. While Jay-Z's up there on Sunday talking about why it's not fair Beyonce don't got a Grammy for Album of the Year. So hell yeah, I had something to say. Because pop. Also, not for nothing, Taylor Swift is a songwriter. She writes her albums. Yeah. That's all I had to say about that.
Boom. Smoking gun. Woo, Naughty Crew. Let me see what your thoughts are. Deshaun says, I saw some of this from her. It's crazy how these people are discredited and robbed and silly. Me, I really thought these people wrote their own songs. So, and speaking of that, I already knew Beyonce didn't write all of her music from back in the day, the whole Carrie Hilson debacle, where she like exposed Beyonce for not writing a lot of her songs. But I know like her song Irreplaceable, you know, to the left, that was written by Neo and things like that. I mean, she did challenge my thought process about it, like, because in in plain sight, right? It's like, oh, she's got all these Grammys, she's got the most Grammys, and this and that. And I do remember the Grammy CEO coming out and saying it's based on creative and this and that. So maybe she's working with too many people. And that's why she's not getting album of the year. Look, this is my thing. The writing community needs to come together and fight the good fight. She says that she's done things behind the scenes, but you know what it comes down to, Naughty Crew, and the same thing I felt about Taraji P. Henson. People need to know how to stand in their worth and handle their business. I'm not handing over the song until I'm getting everything I'm worth. And if it means that I have to be passed over, that's just what it is. Too many people sell themselves out. And then the artist goes on to make billions of dollars when you could have just handled your business on the front end properly. I think people will respect you more if you stand in your worth. You have to handle your business. You have to make sure you get your just dues, because we all know the industry is all about smoke and mirrors. And they're going to do what they got to do to get what they want. Durag says she out her rabbit mind. But she brought a lot of things to the forefront, you know, like how unfair it is, the split. But I really feel like people need to start handling their business. They need to get the right teams in place so that they're getting their just due. Okay, Lady Mahogany says, I do know Beyonce said if they add words or take certain things out, the singer does get credit as well. People are saying, is Beyonce a gatekeeper? That's what she's saying. That's right, Michelle. Don't forget to hit that like button. Ooh, child. Shavy says, ouch. You know? So maybe that's where the line is drawn between her and Taylor Swift. Maybe Taylor writes most of her music. Do y'all feel like Tiffany Red is exposing the industry for what it really is? Put a 1 in the chat if you feel like she's exposing things that we didn't know and she's holding people's feet to the fire, and put a 2 in the chat if you think she's just whining and airing out her grievances. I mean, she's a songwriter, so, but you know what? At the end of the day, I don't think it's going to affect Beyonce one way or another. That's right, Michelle. People need to start standing on their business and stop crying. Like, when you in these rooms with these people,
Ever in life, I stand on business. You got me somewhere, I stand on business.
You gotta stand on business. Like, stop operating out of fear and get some courage and stand up for yourself. If you feel like you worth this amount, stand in it, demand it, because that's what they would do. You think Beyonce got where she is by being quiet and not negotiating and things like that? People need to learn how to negotiate their contracts. And that's what I think the problem is. People are not educated in their business. And that's how they get screwed over. I'm not going to put all the blame on the music industry and executives. Like, people need to grow up and learn how to handle their business. Period. We all know the music industry is a grimy place. That's even more reason why you need to protect your neck. Stop operating out of fear and stand in your worth. Stand in your worth. We all know what the music industry is, all right? And to me, don't sell your soul and give all your hard work away and then go behind the scenes and complain about it. It's something whack about that to me. Yeah, but that's why I say the writer community, they need to come together, right? You know, they were just on strike, the writers from the music industry too. Fighting for their wages and stuff, but like going behind the scenes and dragging the artists is not going to solve anything. What are you doing about it? So it doesn't happen to the next person. So it doesn't happen to you again. Handle your business. Exactly. It's all the artists. I just think Beyonce is at the forefront and an easy scapegoat because she's trending right now. They do have a legitimate gripe. I'm not discounting that. Yes, they went on strike in Hollywood and things like that. But I also feel like they need to learn how to negotiate. They need to learn how to read contracts. They need to know their rights as writers going into that room, into writing camps and things like that. They do have a gripe. And you know what I think a lot the movie industry, the music industry, they weren't banking on streaming. And see, a lot of them didn't have that negotiating in a lot of the contracts. And so they're missing out on that money. So I get their grievances there and things like that. But I just really feel like even Taraji, what's up with your team? What's up with your team? Why isn't your team and your manager negotiating in your favor. And that's the importance of having a good team behind you. You got to have people behind you that you know have your best interests at heart, that has experience with negotiating contracts and things like that. No way Taraji should have been doing Color Purple at $150,000. That's just like a slap in the face. So I can see both sides. I'm not discounting the writers and their grievances, but at the end of the day, you got to know your worth and you got to be able to stand on business. And it's just like Monique constantly airing out Tyler Perry and Oprah and looking for an apology and things like that. I lost my thought. Oh, here we go. Okay, you're airing this out and things like that, but what are you doing to change that so the next people coming up behind you don't have to go down that same path and be cheated the way you were? What are you doing? And I bring up the example where Gabrielle Union says, you know, her and her actress friends, what they do is if one of them is lowballed and they call one of them and stuff like that. They make sure to raise the price and this and that. Like they're doing something about it to change the system, to fight against the machine. You know what I'm saying? So the writers need to come together and put a plan in action. Because if they come together, right, when these artists are shopping for music and things like that, they could create a negotiation ring. You know what I mean? Basically, like where they could get they just do. You gotta play chess, not checkers. You gotta play smarter than the artist. But they have to come together. As long as they're divided, they're going to continue to be able to take advantage of the writers. But they have to come together. So Gabrielle Union says her friend may call her like, girl, they lowball me for this role and this and that. So Gabrielle said, then boom, they'll start, because you know they all work in a network or whatever. Then they'll call the next actress and the next actress will raise her price. You know what I mean? And so then they'll pass over her because she raised her price, and then they'll keep going around. But ultimately it ends up back at that original person and they got to pay her the money that she wants. You understand? You see how they created a network to combat the machine. I feel like the writers need to do the same thing. Because what are these artists without the music that they're writing? Exactly. The streaming. She said, yeah, they caught them all off guard. They weren't prepared for it to happen so quickly. That 19 issue forced it to happen sooner. Everyone streams now. Exactly. They weren't prepared for it. And people need to understand you have to evolve with the times. You have to be prepared for whatever nowadays. Okay, Toya said she couldn't take watching The Color Purple. I always want to promote my channel, Masa. Thank you for joining me. But if your promotion is not free, I got this. I built this whole platform on my own. So yes, that's smart, right? And that's what I say about Monique. Instead of, okay, you could cry about it, the issues out there. Where it's many actresses have been complaining about the fair wages for so long. But if you really think about it, what is Monique doing action wise to fix this in the industry? Is she opening up a studio? Is she opening up a talent agency? Is she teaching young people how to negotiate contracts? Or is she blowing a bunch of smoke and making noise so that she could trend when she wants? Because it's been the same story over and over again. Thank you, Latoya. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your day. Yeah, I'm about to get ready. I just want to do this one last story, or two stories. Now, Suge Knight, speaking of the industry and its double standards, Suge Knight has something to say. Let me tell you something. This is the only inmate I know. Yo, inmates got it too good. Inmates got it too good nowadays. And shout out to my homeboy Trife, okay? He posted. Oh, I didn't do Tammy. I got so many stories. I might have to do come back for a lunchtime rundown for y'all. Here it is. Shout out to my homeboy Trife for posting this. Okay, they too comfortable in jail. They not. They are too comfortable in jail. Look at this cell. Shout out to Trife. Let me look at this jail cell. The inmates are living better than homeless people. He got flat screen, a midship kitchen. He must be a lifer. Yeah, this is prison. Look at this. It's like the MTV Cribs of prison cells. And that's why these inmates all out here on social media and everything like that. That's crazy, right? Which leads me to Suge Knight. Okay, he out here giving his thoughts about the music industry and the double standards. Okay, so let's hear what Mr. Suge got to say. He's got him a podcast on Break Beats. Okay. And this is what I picture Suge Knight cell being. So here we go. Let's listen. Shout out to the Shade Room.
That part of that secret society, they're gonna give him an award, the Impact Award. The motherfucker.
Now I said this, Naughty Crew, when we went over the Grammys in the recap, I was like, how they have an Impact Award named after Dr. Dre, who is known for laying hands on females. Like, make it make sense. And I said at the time, like, the double standards in the industry is crazy.
Beat up more than anybody. This man will get an award for beating up women. Chris Brown is stripped from his crown. And not saying it was right by him and Rihanna got into it and they had a fight or he beat her up. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is this. He had a fight with one woman or he beat up one woman. And they still casting stones at him. They don't give him his cigar. They don't let him come perform. They don't let him pretty much win awards. But you can have an Impact Award with Andre. You can have a man that part of that secret society, they're going to give him an award, the Impact Award. The motherfucker be.
Okay, I don't agree with a lot of Suge say, and he a known liar, and let's just say he's a convicted felon. But what he's saying is right here: the double standards in the industry. But you want to hold Chris Brown to the fire forever. But you name an Impact Award after Dr. Dre. Michelle did a whole Lifetime movie about the way that man abused her. Okay, make it make sense, people. Make it make sense to me. And it just speaks to the double standards in the industry. If you're not willing to be a part of the secret society and bend over, and I think that's what's happening here. Chris Brown is not willing to sacrifice his own or whatever, and so that's why they're not ready to forgive him anyway. So recently Chris Brown aired out his grievances because he was uninvited. He was invited. And I'm so tired of them doing that to him. Like for the Grammys, I think a year ago, he's supposed to do a tribute to Michael Jackson and they canceled him right at the last minute. And that's why I think he'd be putting them on blast or whatever. Well, they did the same thing again with the NBA All-Star Awards this past weekend. They invited him and then canceled him. And Chris called them out, and he also called out Ruffles as being one of the sponsors that didn't want to back him. So Meek Mills is speaking out. Oh God, he's so stupid. Okay. And Ruffles, they made a statement, okay, in response to Chris Brown. So Ruffles' statement to Chris Brown, NBA celeb Graham, reaching out on behalf of Ruffles in response to your article in Hollywood Unlocked on Chris Brown's social media post regarding the NBA All-Star Celebrity Game. Please see below for a brief official statement from Ruffles. Ruffles sponsors last night's NBA All-Star Celebrity Game. However, Ruffles did not have any involvement nor visibility to any player's decision and celebrity invite discussion. Thank you. But Chris has been vocal, okay? So Frito Ruffles released, and shout out to Hollywood Unlocked, a statement following Chris Brown saying they disinvited him to play in the NBA Celebrity All-Star Game. And so this is what Chris had to say. I guess y'all trying to save face now. Stand on business. That's right. That's right, Chris. Call him out. Make sure
Ever in life, I stand on business. You got me.
Make sure you make them stand on business. Ooh, I'm not even sharing. Sorry, guys. All right. This is Chris' statements. I guess y'all trying to save face, stand on business. Don't try to make it look like I'm tripping. You and the NBA representatives know exactly what y'all doing. I have no reason to lie. Y'all know I don't chase clout. The only reason why they responded is because all of them breezy fans flooding they ish. Stop up effing playing with me. See how fake this is? Coward. All right, so Chris is pissed. And Meek Mills respond, that's why it's important we support Rap Snacks. I live at Rap Snacks now over Ruffles, black owned and tastes better. I love me some Rap Snacks too, okay? I love me some Rap Snacks. I love Little Baby's flavor. Favorite. It's my favorite. Yes, he is. He a walking, talking, level double standards. That's why I said he's a convicted felon, but he's got a point there about the double standards in the industry. Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate you joining the chat. I appreciate you joining the chat. I'm gonna be back for another lunchtime rundown. Later. Let's get into the People Choice Awards really quick. I got some highlights. All right, so Beyonce wins R&B Artist of the Year. She was up against nominees Brent Faiyaz, Janelle Monáe, SZA, Tems, The Weeknd, Usher, and Victoria Monet. So congratulations to her. And then we have Nicki Minaj. She wins Hip Hop Artist of the Year. She was up against Drake, Future, Jack Harlow, Lotto, Post Malone, Travis Scott, and Cardi B. Congratulations to her. So maybe she could sit down and focus on her freaking tour at this point. All right. And I'm bad like the Barbie. Barbie's World and Nicki Minaj, Ice Spice with Aqua wins Collaboration Song of the Year. So they were up against All My Life, Little Durk featuring J. Cole, Ella Bella Sola, S. Laban, Armando Peso. I don't know who these people are. First Person Uter with Drake and J. Cole. I remember everything that. Let me tell you something. The People's Choice Awards usually does the complete opposite of what the Grammy does. Okay, that's just the bottom line. Good morning, Miss Kaiser. Thank you for joining. So that's a few of the. I didn't watch either. I barely watch any of the awards because I just look forward to highlights on the on social media the next day. And here's some of the fashions that took place because you know we love fashion all here over here. This is Ice Spice fashion. It's okay. Y'all let me know. Y'all feeling this look? Look, we usually do a 1 to 5 scale over here. 1 meaning she should have kept that in the closet. 5 meaning saying like, oh, you slayed that girl. Okay. So y'all let me know in the chat. Are y'all feeling this look for Ice Spice? Candy Burris, she looks gorgeous. Love this. She definitely gets a 5 from me on this. It looks like her feet hurt though. Those shoes, girl. Woo! But she looks pretty. She looks gorgeous. Coyle Ray, loving the green, loving the lime green on her. She looks fun, spunky. Love the pixie cut. Think she looks good. I'm glad she covered up. She's always half naked. Oh, Miss Kaiser said no to Ice Spice. Billie Eilish, yeah, it's a no for me. Yeah, that's a no. Yeah, that's weird. That's definitely weird. Halle Bailey, she's looking good. She's feeling her new after pregnancy body. Glad she's done playing games. But she looks good. She looks good. Yeah, she definitely needs a stylist. But I was just happy to see that she was covered up for once. I'm so tired of seeing her behind everywhere. Heidi Klum. Yeah, this is a no for me. I don't like this. Make it make sense. Yeah. Heidi Klum, she came out the woodwork. Okay. I'm not feeling the tail. Yeah. Uh, yeah, this is a no for me. Garcelle. Go ahead, Garcelle, girl. No. Like the dress is cute. I, I don't know. I've seen Garcelle in better looks. Yeah, she do look like a Playboy bunny, Heidi Klum. I've seen Garcelle in better looks. Um, this is not my fave. It's something about it. I'm not feeling the necklace. I'm not feeling the hair. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Garcelle's look. On Garcelle. I don't know. It's not my favorite look. I hear you, Lady Mahoney. Heidi and Garcelle. No, for both, right? It's something about this outfit I'm just not feeling. I've seen Garcelle in better looks. Lenny Kravitz. Do we expect anything yet? Anything less for like this is his normal. I mean, it is what it is. Lenny shoulder pads, like yeah, no. Yeah. It's weird. It's weird. It's definitely weird. Okay. So that's a little bit of highlights from the People Choice Award. And the last story I wanted to get to is Remy Ma. She claims credit for ushering in the era of unity amongst female rappers. So shout out to Hip Hop DX for this footage. Let's hear what Remy has to say. Do y'all feel like Remy promoted unity in female hip hop? Let's see.
Cat fight every time you turn around. And I feel like that's something that when I first came home and I started recording again, that I really aspired to be a part of and to make happen. And I kind of feel like it started that when we did Summer Jam that year. And it was me and Latifah and Light and Cardi and Young and May and Kim and Moni Love and Yo-Yo and everybody, Rod Digger, from all the different generations, the past, the present, and the future on the same stage. Like from there, I feel like that kind of opened up the doors, not just for the artists themselves, but for people to see. Because I feel like people didn't know like they could have this many people that they like at one time. I even see it now, even with some of the fans, because it used to be everybody had their own fan base, but now you see the fan bases combining. Like, I like her, and I like her, and I like her, and I like they have. It's not just one or two anymore, and that's kind of what we need, because what I've been saying for years before I got locked up, before I went away with each other, it's not a whole cat fight every time you turn around, and I feel like.
And that's Bonnie, chicken noodle soup girl. Chicken noodle soup. Chicken noodle soup. She's next to Remy. Remy tries to mentor her, which I love. I remember that summer jam. I love seeing females in hip hop come together. I hate to see the divide. And I feel like the fans create more of a divide than anything. Hey AT2, good morning. Great interview with you on Coutour Bay. You have to catch it on replay, but I just wanted to give you guys your flowers. You did a great job, and I really learned a lot about you. So I appreciate you sharing your story and your journey through YouTube. And I'm always a big supporter of you and Coutour Bay, and I think you guys dealt with the conflict, the attempt sabotage on the interview very, very well. And it was a great interview. Oh, to cheat or not to cheat. I think, all right, I covered the story. She still has not confirmed. I think she's never going to confirm. I think she's just going to keep pushing on. I don't know. This culture of guys like kissing and telling is whack. It's whack. But that's ultimately what got her caught up. We have not seen her and Papoose together in a long time. And I hope they can heal as a family. The only person that confirmed it was Easy the Block Captain, all right, with his audio, because he was running his mouth. But I just think it's corny when people kiss and tell. It's just whack, because it looks like he was chasing clout. Seriously. Yeah, catch the interview. So the interview was on Couture Bay's channel. She was a great interviewer. She asked some very, very good questions. And then you have to catch AT2's follow-up to that on his channel. But overall, it was a great interview. And I felt like Couture Bay was able to pivot around the haters in the chat. Yes. Even with Natalie Nunn, I think it's corny that dude was calling her out, and he hadn't even slept with her. He was sleeping on somebody else's behalf. Same thing with the dude that tried to call out Shawnee. You're corny for that. Kissing and telling. I just think it's corny. So make sure y'all go over to Couture Bay and subscribe. Go over to AT2's channel. Check out the interviews. It was very, very good. And let me tell you, AT2.
Ever in life, I stand on business. You got me somewhere, I stand on business.
You stood on business. You stood on business, sir. And see, people need to understand. I think people mad because they can't punk AT2. You understand? AT2, he just know how to address his haters. So kudos to you on that. You want Couture's link? Hold on. And then we'll close the show after that. That interview was so good. She's such a good interviewer. Well, y'all see how when she comes up on the panel, how articulate she is. So y'all know I'm not no hater. I give credit where credit is due. That's Coutour link. Please go support her. She's on her path to 10K subs. And she's a very good supporter of me. AT2 is a very good supporter of me. Love both of their channels. And they give me my just due. But I appreciate every last one of y'all joining me today. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Please hit that thumbs up video if you have not already. Share my content. I will be back. Yes, I love Coutour Babe too. I love AT2 too. Like, AT2 is my homeboy. He's my YouTube homeboy. And I can't wait to meet the two of them in Vegas. I think we're going to have a blast together. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And my girlfriend's coming with me. We're just gonna make a trip of it, and it's just gonna be fun. But I hope you all have a beautiful, beautiful, blessed day, and make sure as you move through your day, you don't get.
You ever been swallowed up? Swallowed up.
Don't get swallowed up by the evils of this world. Okay, it's so easy to get caught up, and make sure you.
Ever in life, I stand on business. You got me somewhere.
Make sure you stand on business, 10 toes down. And to all my haters, I embrace my haters.
And I want to say thank you in case I don't thank you enough.
I thank y'all too. Y'all keep the wheels turning over here. Disengage with the channel. Hit the like, hit the thumbs down. I don't care. Disengage with the channel. Hope you all have a beautiful, beautiful, blessed day. Until next time, Naughty Crew, I'm out. One.